Good evening, class. Hope all is well. I will be going over chapter 11 pertaining to working with Latino clients. The role of fatalism. Fatalism in the Latino culture meant that certain problems or events could not be changed and was meant to occur. Their focus tends to be on the here and now and not on what has happened in the past or what will happen in the future. So, in speaking of that, in their particular culture or just them dealing with whatever circumstance it may have been, they felt like it couldn't change. Whatever it is, that's what it is, and they felt powerless to do anything about it because when nothing could be done about it. It's the same way in a sense if you got cancer. And first thing we think about when we have cancer, we think of, oh, we're going to die. And when we put that mentality in our mind, we just say, there's nothing we can do about it. We feel powerless. Instead of putting it in our mind that, oh, even though I have this deadly disease, there's still some kind of cure that I can obtain to make me live a longer life. Instead of just getting caught up in the moment and saying that there is nothing I can do about it. It is what it is, and I'm powerless to do anything about it. So that's what fatalism is, that you just feel there's no control of the event or the circumstance that has happened and that you're powerless to do anything about it. The second thing is the role of spirituality and religion. Now, Latinos were of a Catholic or Roman Catholic. And as Roberto Amazon was interviewed, he mentioned that his mother always had an altar somewhere in the house, and she lit candles and prayed with an image of Virgin Mary, or she used a crucifix or a rosary. And sometimes, if problems that they had were if they needed help with certain problems, they reached out to their own extended families for help first. Like they'll go to, maybe an elder of the family that had a lot of wisdom, like the mother, the father, the grandfather, or the grandmother. Or they would actually go to church, which also played a powerful role in their lives when they also encounter, problems. But for the most part, they was a close-knit family, and whatever problems they had, they tried to, resolve it within the family before trying to go outside for other resources as far as help. But as much as possible, they will try to resolve their problems within the family. Now, the third is the role of the patriarch. Now, the role of the patriarch was pretty much, it was a word that was used in chapter 11, which was called machism. And it was explained as well. Mr. Roberto Amazon explained it as his mother explained to him, that that role is for us, the male, that the male made sure that the wife and the children were kept safe and cared for, and that you always showed respect to your elders. So even though you had that role, it was a very important role as leader, as the dominant male, to make sure he provided for the family, kept them safe, and as well as, showed respect to the elders that was also part of the family, as far as the grandfather, the uncle, the cousin, anyone who of elders that had the wisdom. He had to still show that respect, as far as still providing protection and caring for them the way they needed to be cared for. I thought, as far as reading this chapter, the Latinos also were of, like they say, a close-knit family. They would embrace with a kiss or a cheek to connect with each other by hugging. And, they will also show generosity and willingness to share their food. And that was just to show the kindness and the gratitude and the respect they had as a culture. So in reading, this chapter, it made me reflect off of their identity as a culture and what they were as a family, which were very close knit family. I truly enjoyed reading that chapter, and I hope I explained it as best I could, as far as their roles as, the patriarchy and the role of their spirituality and their role of fatalism. Thank you and have a good day.